Prepping for tomorrow's meal. And hello everybody, welcome to St. Joseph's down here in downtown Las Vegas. And I thought I would do an update. It's just this feeding operation they have down here. It's 5 days a week. It's been that way for 20 years, over 500,000 meals served. And every time I ever think to myself, like, I do enough in life or whatever. I only need to come down here and see people, how selflessly they give of their time. And also the people that shop at Costco, they'll bring in 20 packages of hot dogs. It's amazing, and it's very humbling too. And at this time of the year, we've had this unprecedented heat wave down in Las Vegas. And I know a lot of people will say, like, well, Las Vegas is, you have to expect that, it's very hot. When you start getting up around 116, 117, 118, 119, 120, and you start looking at the ground temperature, they're anywhere from 130 to 140 degrees. To be outside is, I don't want to call it a death sentence, but people get delirious out there on the streets, to the point that instead of being combative in things, you have to worry because somebody is just totally withdrawn into their own mind. They're so overwhelmed with the heat plus whatever other afflictions they have, that you literally have to kind of shake people and make sure that they're okay. So it's kind of a strange phenomenon to me, but I learn a lot when I come down here, and I get very humbled from the experience of helping out, because like I said, no matter what I think I do, I look to my left, there's somebody that does 10 times more than I do every single day of the year, and there's somebody to my left, somebody to my right that are doing much more than I do. But the need down here is obviously overwhelming, and if you're like I am, then you understand the point of Christianity and giving is to help others where you can, to love your neighbor. And they really exemplify that down here, and I like it. They don't ask any questions. There's so many people who have said, well, why can't they get, why do they have to do it there? Or why can't they get fed at this place, or get their stamps and food stamps and things like that? Well, the issue is that a lot of people are unable to stay compliant within the program because, I don't know, maybe 10% of them have phones. And unless you remember what it's so easy to lose track of time on the street. And unless you particularly know what day it is or when your intake appointment is, people lose it. And then once you're out of the program, then that's kind of it, right? The door closes on you, and some people fight a lot. Some people have addictions that makes them unsuitable to be eating with other people or to be habitating with other people. So they end up out on the street. And like Father Creer said in one of our earlier interviews, when he first came down here, people were skeletal on the street, and they had emergency services coming here sometimes several times a day, with some people dying right on the steps here, right outside the church on this. They called this the worst block in Vegas for emergency services and things. So they come here. This is it. This is the place to come to, and so many of them expressed that if it wasn't for this morning meal, I wouldn't be making it at all. So it's very easy to pass judgment a lot of times in society and say, these people can get this, the government should do that. We are the government in a lot of ways. And it's incumbent on us we don't pre-qualify people or say you have to do this, you have to do this, you have to be a Catholic, you have to be a Christian. People come in and they need to be fed in general. So I came down and I wanted to take a look at our wish list here, our Amazon and our Walmart wish list. We have two of them now. And I really wanted to simplify that so it could really help people focus. If you care to make a donation off that list, and believe me, probably over 1,000 pounds of food and items have been donated through this channel for this feeding mission down here. And I can't tell you how grateful I am. And I always tell people, if you ever feel inclined to give me something, take what you would have donated to me and go ahead and pick something off the list. And Walmart can deliver it locally. There's a lot of options with free shipping or local delivery, or on Amazon, and you'll find things like chili, which is a very basic. You'll find tomato sauce, which is very basic. Some very basic items now to make it very easy to help out, because you could tell by looking at the shelves. I mean, yeah, we have a lot of rice and things, but it's also finding people to be able to cook that can come in and volunteer, and particularly in summertime. So if we have a situation where we have canned goods that can just be poured into bowls and then heated up in the microwave and things like that, and then transferred to the big serving trays for the parking lot out there. Don't even get me started on that parking lot in the morning with that asphalt raging at already 120 degrees out there. How these people do this day in and day out and do what they do is sometimes just defies the imagination. But if you choose to give, you're really helping out people that have run out of, that really have no alternatives for getting help down here. And even if they're on foot, it's about a 1.5 mile hike down to Catholic Charities. And so this is really it for like a 1.5 mile, 3-4 square mile area. Very tight, maybe 1 square mile area down here in downtown Las Vegas. So in the description box below, you will find the links for Amazon and Walmart. If you can help us with things on that list, it would be greatly appreciated. And I know everybody here, Father, the whole team here would be very appreciative, because without the help and without the continuous help, and believe me, that's not my funnest thing to do, is to come on and ask people for help. But I feel like I have no alternative when I see so much that people are volunteering their time and effort every day to prep meals. I think it's like the least I can do. So will I get my items myself? Yes, I will. Okay, I'll be buying items too. Anyway, thank you so much for your amazing generosity, for helping out, for investing in me and through me, and helping so many people down here. It's wonderful. You know, YouTube is great. One of the things I always, the focus on so much of YouTube turns to money, and it's money and memberships and Patreons and merchandise and stuff like that. And I just think there's more important priorities in life. And one day, I want to be able to stand before the Lord and say, I did feed the, try to feed the hungry and do what I was told to do. And well, hopefully you will join me. With that, I'm going to say thank you so much on behalf of the church and the operation here. 500,000 meals out of that small kitchen with 1 or 2 people prepping a day is pretty doggone amazing. So hopefully touch your heart, and thank you very much, everybody.